Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Thursday, May 7, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, GOB gets big Court of Appeal win in Sugar Act case. Shortage of available senior JPs delays rollout of new domestic violence protection law. And health educator shares tips to stay hydrated in the heat. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
As a small business, I started to attend pop-up shops like many other businesses, and we found that our customers wanted to pay by card and not cash. I went to Atlantic Bank, and immediately, without a problem, it's like, yes, you can have a POS system. That POS system we now use in-house, and we can also take it countrywide wherever we are. They were willing to take the time. They were willing to be patient with us as we grew our business, and that, for us, that meant the world.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
Greetings to all our nurses across Belize. It is a privilege to stand before you as we celebrate Nurses Week 2026. Today, we honor you, the women and men who form the backbone of our health system. On a personal note, and on behalf of the Government of Belize and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I extend heartfelt greetings and deep appreciation to every nurse serving in our hospitals, clinics, and communities nationwide. We cannot say it enough. Nurses are the heartbeat of healthcare. Nurses provide care from birth to death and every stage in between. You are the first to comfort, the last to give up, and often the ones who hold families together in their most vulnerable moments. In Belize, with our small, close-knit communities, your role carries even greater meaning. You are recognized and trusted to deliver care with integrity and compassion and to advocate for patients' dignity. This year's International Council of Nurses theme is Our Nurses, Our Future. Empowered Nurses Save Lives. It succinctly captures what my government believes. Empowerment is an action word, a commitment to provide the means for nurses to continue to positively impact the health of our nation. This includes providing professional support and opportunities to grow within the tremendous scope of the nursing profession. When nurses are empowered, lives are saved. Over the past year, the government of Belize has taken deliberate steps to support and strengthen the nursing profession. We have forged partnerships and expanded opportunities for advanced training and continuing education at the master's level for public health nurses, certified registered nurses, anesthetists, and nurse administrators. Similarly, plans are underway to train a cohort of psychiatric nurse practitioners. This investment in nurses costs just under $2 million Belize dollars, $1,975,000 to be exact. Our recently implemented retention package, a phased $4 million value, complements the investment in training and acknowledges the tremendous value nurses bring to our nation. These investments, totaling $5,975,000 Belize dollars, are made to ensure that Belize's nurses are equipped and available to meet Belize's healthcare demands. We also recognize the global challenges facing the nursing workforce today: workforce shortages, rising patient complexity, rapid technological change, and the ethical dilemmas of the digital age. Belize is not immune to these pressures, but what sets us apart is the strength, resilience, and professionalism of our nurses. You have shown time and time again that you can rise to any challenge, whether during public health emergencies, in resource-limited settings, or in the daily demands of patient care. The ministry remains committed to empowering you with the tools, training, and support you need to continue delivering safe, evidence-informed, compassionate, and person-centered care. Because when nurses are empowered, communities thrive. When nurses are empowered, families feel safe. And when nurses are empowered, lives are saved and Belize is stronger. To every nurse serving Belize, thank you. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, your professionalism, and your unwavering dedication to the people of this country. You are essential. You are valued, and you are the future of Belize's health system. I wish you all a meaningful and blessed Nurses Week.
This Mother's May, celebrate the woman who makes the house feel like home all month long. Great deals like 15% off bathroom and kitchen fixtures from Moen, Hansgrohe, and Duraflow. Plus 15% off Hispasensa tiles, Stormguard windows, and 40% off Sunlight windows. And 15% off Berger paints and huge savings on clearance colors. So come in to Habet and Abet or Brothers Habet, call us or WhatsApp us today and make this Mother's May one to remember. Happy Mother's Day to all marvelous moms.
It's a global shortage of nursing. We have active recruitment of our nursing staff to other developed countries. We are not able to compete with those countries. However, we did formulate this package that would act as an incentive. I would also like to highlight the other part of the retention package or the retention strategy of the ministry. We have increased the number of scholarships for entry nurses. We have also now provide 100% scholarships to nurses who want to specialize at the master's degree level, and these nurses do not have to pay anything towards the training course. In partnership with the Nurses Association and the Ministry of Natural Resources, there is also a land distribution program for nurses. So all of these things would be a comprehensive package that we are now offering as a strategy to help retain our nurses here in Belize.
The retention package is a good idea. It's a start. I would hope for some improvements, but so far it's been going well.
It's a start for which I'm very grateful.
I've had many opportunities and many offers to go abroad, but I choose to stay here because I like serving my people.
Staying here in Belize is something that I want to do. I can't see myself retiring outside of Belize.
I think the best person to care for our people are our very own. One of the most rewarding moments for a nurse is after they have done everything that they could do to make that patient better, and the patient gets well and is able to go back to their family.
Some of them are scared to even come to the clinic. Some of them are scared to go to the hospital. And if I can just relieve some of that stress from them, then I know I did good.
If all of us decide to leave, then who is here to attend to our people? And that is always my mindset.
Belize, your voice is shaping our future. The Ministry of E-Governance is hosting National ID Project public consultations, and we're coming to you. Orange Walk, you're up first. Thursday, April 23rd at Central Park, 6 p.m. Come, learn, share, and help build a better ID system for all Belizeans. Then Belize City, it's your turn. Join us Friday, April 24th at the Biltmore Plaza at 5:30 p.m. Show up, speak up, because your voice matters in creating a smarter, more connected Belize.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. When High Court Justice Patricia Farnese delivered her August 2023 ruling on Belize sugar industry's challenge of the Sugar Industry Act, the decision was deemed as seismic. Now that the Court of Appeal has overturned the decision, it is being hailed as a big win for the government of Belize. And a cane farmer filed a constitutional challenge considering that sections of the act were outdated and burdensome. In the case of BSI, their attorneys Godfrey Smith, Hector Guerra, and Edgar Lord argued that annual levies paid by the company and cane farmers associations to cover operating costs of the Sugar Industry Control Board and associated entities constituted unlawful and unjustifiable deprivation of property. According to Senior Counsel Smith, the levies amounted to around $1 million annually. However, the appeals court found no breach. The government argued that the monies were collected by public authorities performing public functions in the interest of the public, given the importance of the sugar industry to Belize's economy. Regarding an export levy of $11 per ton of sugar produced, the Court of Appeal upheld Justice Farnese's determination that BSI did not prove it had paid anything to the SICB. While Justice Farnese ruled that the cane farmers' right to freedom of association was breached due to a requirement to join a cane farmers association to deliver sugar cane, the Court of Appeal pointed out that the act does not make membership compulsory. The High Court judge also ruled the cane farmers' rights were violated with the requirement that if they fail to deliver at least 75 tons of cane consecutively 2 crop years, they could not be registered as a farmer. However, the appellate judges ruled that the act provides for farmers to give reasons for their inability to meet that requirement. Whereas BSI criticized provisions like the SICB's control over the start of the season, maximum purchase quotas, and others. The Court of Appeal ruled that while the Constitution protects the right to work, it does not prevent oversight and regulation by the government. Lastly, BSI also failed on its claim that the government was not imposing the same requirements on Santander. The Court of Appeal ruled that the burden was on BSI to prove that Santander is not being regulated, and it provided no evidence to that effect. Nonetheless, the appeals judges noted policymakers should ensure all entrants into the market are regulated. The government was not successful on a preliminary matter that BSI and the cane farmer brought the claim too late. The government was represented by Attorney General Anthony Sylvester, Deputy Solicitor General Samantha Matute, and Alea Gomez. Both parties must bear their own legal costs. Just before the Christmas break in 2025, Parliament rushed through 2 bills to expand protections for survivors of domestic violence. One bill amended the Justices of Peace Act so that trained senior justices of the peace could issue ex parte protection orders in exceptional circumstances for up to 72 hours. It meant women could quickly obtain protection orders. The provision was envisioned to help during holidays when the courts are closed. Last week in the Senate, NGO Senator Janelle Chinona reported that the additional protection has not been rolled out because JPs have not been trained.
Madam President, I lament to update this Honorable House that I have confirmed that the training that we approved, the legislation that we approved in terms of getting senior justices of the peace to be in a position to get protection order for women is still pending because the training for those justices of the peace are pending.
The Justices of the Peace Association told Creme News XTV that only about a third of Belize's estimated 3,000 JPs are active, and applications are not coming in from JPs to undergo the training to do the work. A total of 10 senior JPs are being sought for the Belize district and 5 each for the other districts. These past few weeks have been extremely warm and humid. Despite being in a tropical climate, there are quite a few Belizeans who are not fond of water, usually opting for a cold soft drink or even beer to cool off. Emir Castaneda, a health educator at the Corozal Community Hospital, said to truly hydrate, we need to drink water. He gave some tips that could help those who don't often drink water.
How can we stay hydrated? Okay. First of all, we should not be drinking soft drinks or sugary drinks during this time. We should go more with water. Water is the best source for hydrating ourselves. Yes, sometimes we feel like drinking coffee or a sugary drink will help us. Definitely not. It may cause us to dehydrate more. So water is the best to drink during this time of heat. For people who find it difficult to drink water, we can do be creative, like infused water. Infused water is water that you add ingredients to it, natural ingredients to the water, and that ingredients, no sugar, definitely no sugar. That is, when I say natural ingredients, could be fruits you add to your water. For example, we can do the mixture of what we call infused water of just cucumber, water, we add some mint to it, right? And we add some kiwi probably, and that you cut it in slices and you just put it in your water. And if you want, you can even put some lime. You cut some slices of lime and you put it in the water, and that creates a better taste of water. You're still drinking water, but we call it infused water. Hydrating salts are good when you are really dehydrated, but we don't want to be drinking too much of it. Okay, unless if we are really dehydrated, you might take some, but we want to stick more to just water.
Castaneda also shared tips for parents and guardians to keep their kids hydrated and cool during the warm months.
It's very important that children that are going to school at this time, during the day, we want to encourage them to take filled water in their water bottles, okay, to have it with them all the time. Whenever they feel thirsty, they can drink from their water bottles. Okay, so we want to encourage them to drink water frequently during the day. Okay, we want to discourage them from having sugary drinks like probably juices, right? We don't want them to be drinking juices, sweet juices at this time, but more just water. During this time, during their really peak time when it's really hot, so we want to avoid physical activities during the hottest time of the day. Okay, so maybe we could encourage them to do it probably in the evenings or something like that, to be out there under the sun. Okay, we also ask them to wear light colored clothing. I think that will help. If you wear dark color, then that attracts more heat from the sunlight.
In police news, a 7-year-old boy has filed a rape report against a 17-year-old in Ladyville. The child's father accompanied him to make the report on Wednesday. He told police that the teenager forced him to perform oral sex and subsequently raped him 3 times beginning in October 2025 and as recently as last month. A medical examination certified the child's injuries as wounding. Police have not yet detained a suspect. After the break, contractor says construction for Keycocker Police Station to resume Monday. Stay with us.
Every day, we access energy for cooling, lighting, and powering our electrical appliances and devices at work and at home. During cooler months, we rely less on cooling appliances such as fans and air conditioners. However, during warmer months, as the temperature and humidity rises, we use more energy to cool our spaces, and our appliances and electrical devices work harder than they do during the rest of the year. When the months become hotter, let's all practice energy conservation. Here are a few changes that you can make to manage your energy use. Check that all appliances and electrical devices are working efficiently. Turn lights off when not in the room. Unplug chargers, appliances when not in use. Turn off fans and TVs. Use energy-saving light bulbs such as LEDs. And look for the Energy Star products when purchasing appliances and electrical devices. These easy changes can reduce energy use and costs. You can also monitor your energy use during the month by reading your meter and calculating the reading using BEL's bill calculator on our mobile app or by visiting our website. Let's all save energy.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
The Social Security Board's new whistleblower reporting system makes it easy and confidential to speak up by reporting misuse of the Social Security services and benefits, including fraud, misconduct, false claims, and more. If you know of any unethical or illegal activity relating to SSB benefits, claims, or personnel, go to ssbspeakup.integrityline.com or use our toll-free hotline 0800-SPEAK-UP, 0800-773-2587. This confidential reporting system is a way for you to report concerns or incidents privately without fear of reprisal. Your submission is confidential and anonymous. The Social Security Board is committed to providing a secure, confidential medium for whistleblowing that promotes organizational accountability and enhances public confidence in our services.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'll help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
The CEO in the Ministry of Home Affairs said last week that construction for the Keycocker Police Station would resume immediately. As you may recall, works were halted after a neighboring landowner offered to purchase the parcel where the station was being rebuilt. Now that the government has backed away from the proposed sale and agreed to complete the station at its original location, the Village Council says construction has still not restarted. In a post on Wednesday night, the council said that after a meeting, it wrote a letter to Area Rep Andre Perez inviting him to a meeting, but the invitation was declined due to short notice. However, the contractor subsequently sent Chairlady Selene Villanueva Pot a voice note informing that construction will begin Monday once workers have been mobilized. The council maintains that parcel 815 should be placed in its name and says it will provide further updates on upcoming meetings through its Facebook page. After over 2 decades at the Belize Central Prison, CEO Virilio Murillo is preparing to retire. The Colby Foundation, which manages the facility, has already begun its transition process with the training of George Gomez, who is expected to assume the post. Murillo has led the nation's only prison since late 2002, overseeing its transformation under Colby's rehabilitation focus model. His departure marks the end of an era for the institution. Home Affairs CEO Rear Admiral Elton Bennett spoke of the transition.
The Kobe Foundation is responsible to identify a replacement for the CEO of the prison. Mr. Murillo has done a remarkable work at the prison. His contribution to rehabilitation, to changing lives is something that we have the utmost respect for from Mr. Murillo. We understand that he's scheduled to go off on retirement. The Kobe Foundation board, I believe they are scheduled to meet sometime within the next month or so to confirm who his replacement will be. We are in dialogue with the Kobe Foundation throughout this process, but work continues at the Kobe Foundation.
In recent years, many nurses have been lured away from the public health system by private institutions or better pay packages and retirement benefits abroad, especially in developed countries facing acute shortages of healthcare professionals. On Wednesday, KHMH CEO Shireen Reyes reported that recently there have been fewer resignations. She says the trend gives the institution hope that it may be able to retain more of its nursing staff.
The ministry is also working with us as it relates to their package. They want to roll that over to KHMH as well. So that's a plus for us in terms of retaining our nurses. I cannot say how many nurses we've lost to different private sector and international bodies. However, we have been seeing less and less nurses resigning recently, so that is hope for us.
In related news, the Carl Huchner Memorial Hospital is the country's sole tertiary level public hospital and serves as the country's top referral hospital. Unfortunately, the public doesn't always view the institution favorably. KHMH CEO Shireen Reyes says that the institution is working on changing its image. She explained what that could entail.
We are trying to change the image when it comes to the long waiting time at accident and emergency. We're trying to get funding to ensure that we could uplift the institution, ensuring that our ceilings and all of that does not do not flood the institution when there is a rainy season. So there's a lot of ways we're looking at using the resources we have in order for us to change the image, change the perception of KHMH. We're speaking to staff, we're giving them the requisite training that they need so that they could be able to perform at a more professional level. We have a lot of staff performing at that level, but sometimes it's just that one incident or that one saying the wrong thing or that one not getting enough rest and treating somebody with very little patience. So we are looking at how we can change all of that on the ground.
In other news, on Wednesday, the Department of Civil Aviation held a public consultation concerning its proposed regulations on drones and other similar unmanned aircraft. The department proposes that drones need to be registered and that users need a license to operate. Stakeholders were concerned that the department was making it more difficult for drone operators to fly their equipment, which would in turn affect their income. Nigel Carter, the Director of Civil Aviation, explained that the regulations are to ensure security and privacy.
The operation of drones, or a group of people operating drones, would tend to be a minority when you look at society on a whole. And so the rules that we set in place look for the greater good for the society on a whole. The issue of small drones with cameras, while you feel that you don't have it should be an issue for us. It's not a safety threat, but there is matters of privacy that are of concern. I'm sure if somebody takes the drone, flies up to the bedroom window and starts looking into your room, you would take offense to it. If there's no accountability there, if that phone isn't registered, then we don't know who to reach out to address that concern that you have. And so I want you to not only look at this as a drone operator or a small organization that's trying to come up, for lack of a better word, but do look at it as a citizen that can be affected by the misuse of drones. The regulations aren't necessarily there for people that want to follow the law, but to set a clear guideline for all persons to follow. The rules are not meant to be prejudicial. They're not meant to be biased. They're not meant to disenfranchise anybody, but to create a situation that is across the board for everybody to follow. Particularly those persons that do cinematography and work with people coming on vacation and so forth. I'm sure that you might have heard of influencers coming in or somebody coming in to film this resort or something like that. You may have a concern. How is it that they get to do it and we can't do it? How is it that they're getting the business? Well, what we're trying to do with this regulation is to ensure that there's compliance right across the board, a fair playing field. So that
After the break, Twin Towns mayor says, put down the guns, pick up the Bible. Stay tuned.
Belize wakes up connected to opportunity. And across our country, the work to keep Belize connected continues. SMART continues expanding our network across the country, bringing stronger coverage to more communities. With recent service enhancements in areas at Blue Creek and Progresso, Belize City, Orange Walk, and more on the way. We're bringing education closer to home, empowering entrepreneurs to grow their businesses, supporting industries that drive our economy, and keeping families connected wherever life takes them. With every expansion, we are investing in the infrastructure that moves Belize forward. Because connection isn't just about signal, it's about opportunity, progress, and the future we are building together. SMART, bringing people together.
As a small business, I started to attend pop-up shops like many other businesses, and we found that our customers wanted to pay by card and not cash. I went to Atlantic Bank and immediately, without a problem, it's like, yes, you can have a POS system. That POS system we now use in-house, and we can also take it countrywide wherever we are. They were willing to take the time. They were willing to be patient with us as we grew our business. And that, for us, that meant the world.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
In May, make Benny's your one-stop shop for appliances. We have Sankey refrigerators, stoves, microwaves, washers and dryers, freezers, smart TVs, and so much more for up to 19% off. Get amazing deals for mom and appliances all May long, and don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase to be a part of our Homecation raffle to win $10,000 in December. Benny's, quality and savings.
The Social Security Board's new whistleblower reporting system makes it easy and confidential to speak up by reporting misuse of the Social Security services and benefits, including fraud, misconduct, false claims, and more. If you know of any unethical or illegal activity relating to SSB benefits, claims, or personnel, go to ssbspeakup.integrityline.com or use our toll-free hotline 0800-SPEAK-UP, 0800-773-2587. This confidential reporting system is a way for you to report concerns or incidents privately without fear of reprisal. Your submission is confidential and anonymous. The Social Security Board is committed to providing a secure, confidential medium for whistleblowing that promotes organizational accountability and enhances public confidence in our services.
It's a global shortage of nursing. We have active recruitment of our nursing staff to other developed countries. We are not able to compete with those countries. However, we did formulate this package that would act as an incentive. I would also like to highlight the other part of the retention package or the retention strategy of the ministry. We have increased the number of scholarships for entry nurses. We have also now provide 100% scholarships to nurses who want to specialize at the master's degree level, and these nurses do not have to pay anything towards the training course. In partnership with the Nurses Association and the Ministry of Natural Resources, there is also a land distribution program for nurses. So all of these things would be a comprehensive package that we are now offering as a strategy to help retain our nurses here in Belize.
The retention package is a good idea.
It's a start. I would hope for some improvements, but so far it's been going well.
It's a start for which I'm very grateful.
I've had many opportunities and many offers to go abroad, but I choose to stay here because I like serving my people.
Staying here in Belize is something that I want to do. I can't see myself retiring outside of Belize.
I think the best person to care for our people are very own. One of the most rewarding moments for a nurse is after they have done everything that they could do to make that patient better, and the patient gets well and is able to go back to their family.
Some of them are scared to even come to the clinic. Some of them are scared to go to the hospital. And if I can just relieve some of that stress from them, then I know I did good.
If all of us decide to leave, then who is here to attend to our people? And that is always my mindset.
Wednesday was a heavy day for the residents of the Twin Towns following the murder of two well-known special constables and town council employees Manuel Smith and Fidencia Osgaya. The loss was an equally somber moment for San Ignacio and Santa Elena Mayor Earl Trapp Jr., who knew both personally. Trapp lamented that the incident happened in his municipality, which he says had developed a reputation for being one of the safer areas in the country. He urged residents to reject gun violence and instead pick up a Bible and turn to faith and community values.
Our Twin Towns is known to be a peaceful community. And many visitors come because of the perception of being a safe and a clean municipality. You know, we don't want to hurt or spoil that good name of this municipality. What we need to do is, we're living in a real world, but we have to do more in terms of seeking God. It's only by seeking God and living by its word that we can change. At times we tend to want to hold malice, and we have to learn to let go, of our differences and do everything in the best interest of our families, of our community and our country. If we can learn that, we will live longer, we'll be a more and a much peaceful community. People will come here more, and we'll be able to live more in harmony. So we have to put down the guns, put down the arms, and begin to join our hands to praise God more. I think that will certainly help to bring unity and peace that this country needs.
In response to a recent surge in crime and violence, Mayor Earl Trapp Jr. and the San Ignacio and Santa Elena Town Council announced a candlelight vigil to be held tonight at McCall Park from 7 to 9 p.m. The event is designed as a stand of solidarity against the criminal activities that have recently impacted the Twin Towns, particularly Wednesday's killing of Town Council employees Manuel Smith and Fidencia Osgaya. On Wednesday, Mayor Trapp invited the entire community to join.
We will be organizing a night vigil for tomorrow at 7 p.m. at the McCall Park. We'll be inviting all the churches, all the families of the victims that fell to the violence this morning, and of course, all residents to come to the McCall Park from 7 to 9 p.m. tomorrow. And let us all join our hands and pray for peace in this community.
Due to higher temperatures and humidity, many foods have a shorter shelf life than they normally would. Emir Castaneda, a health educator at the Corozal Community Hospital, shared tips to keep food from spoiling.
Food is spoiled very easily during hot temperatures. Okay, so if your food is hot, we just need to keep it hot always. Okay, so if, for example, if you cook your beans this morning, right? So make sure you maintain it hot during the day. Don't leave it on the stove or wherever you have it out there for prolonged hours. It spoils easily. When purchasing food, first thing we need to do, try to buy your food during the lunch time. Don't buy food around 2, 3 p.m. Sometimes we tend to buy food those times, 2, 3 p.m. And then people are setting out their food, so it might be spoiled. Okay, so try to buy food around during lunchtime, 12 to 1. And if you want to be more careful, when you open your food, you open it and you look and smell for any possible spoilage. Okay. Cold foods, if you're having your salads, Okay, if you're in the fridge, more than likely you will keep them in the fridge. Just keep them there. Open it for a little while. Take out what you want and you put it back into the fridge right away. Don't leave it on the table or wherever for a prolonged time because it may spoil easily. Okay, so what we want to do is keep cold food cold, keep hot food hot. Mixtures, foods like as I mentioned, the like coleslaw, which is very popular. Coleslaw. We try to keep them in small portions. Right? We don't want to make a big bowl of coleslaw. If you make a big bowl, keep them in small portions, and you put them in the fridge or in a ice cooler, and limit the time you leave it out because of the heat.
And 31-year-old Leon Lam, currently serving a 21-year prison sentence for a brutal 2022 rape conviction, received an additional 3 years behind bars for the sexual assault of a minor. The sentencing took place Monday morning in the Belize City Magistrates Court before Senior Magistrate Manon Dennison. The 3-year sentence resulted from a sentence indication request submitted by Lam's attorney Norman Moore. Notably, the court ordered that this new term run consecutively to his existing sentence. This means Lam must serve his previous 21-year, 1 month and 26-day term before the additional 3 years officially begin. Lam was previously sentenced on December 18, 2025 for a high-profile case involving the rape of a 30-year-old woman. That incident, which occurred on September 24, 2022, took place inside the victim's home in broad daylight when the victim's roommate was present. With the latest conviction, Lam's total time behind bars is now set to exceed 24 years. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.